we conclude this debate, which we have concluded already, concluded in the sense that we have deferred it until such time that it conforms with our rules, that we are going to go straight to a motion of adjournment by the Member of Parliament for Mosop. So now we are going to go on that motion of adjournment. I'll call upon the MP for Mosop to move that motion of adjournment. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. I wish to move the following motion on the adjournment of the House to discuss loss of property and close of business due to illegal demonstration. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order number 33-1, I arise to seek leave to adjournment of the House in order to discuss a definite matter of urgent national importance regarding closure of business premises and destruction of properties during illegal demonstration in the country. Honorable Speaker, on Monday 20th March 2023, the country experienced demonstration in various parts, including Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, Nakuru, and Kitale, leading to widespread closure of business, destruction and properties, and injuries to citizens. Honorable Speaker, there is great concern in many Kenyans that should this illegal demonstration continue on a weekly basis, as indicated by the organizers, we are likely to experience further losses of properties and even lives. The net effect of such closure of business and properties will have a negative effect on the already struggling economy, which the agitators are seeking to improve. In addition, Mr. Speaker, the kind of lawlessness being experienced in urban centers will lead to shifting of investors' interest in our country. The Constitution provides that for every right or freedom guaranteed, there is a corresponding obligation and responsibility. No one should engage in threats, lawlessness, violence, destruction of property, and obstruction of activities by others or in any other verifying infringe in their rights and freedoms. And as such, Honorable Speaker, I want to make it very clear, because on August the 9th of 2022, this country, Mr. Speaker, had an election. And we had a president who was confirmed as the president of this republic. Mr. Speaker, the loser of the election decided to move to the Supreme Court, and in the Supreme Court, it was affirmed that the winner, for sure, was the winner of the election. And as such, Mr. Speaker, the issue of calling for demonstration and this illegal demonstration throughout the country is causing a lot of anxiety, is causing a lot of destruction of properties unnecessarily, Mr. Speaker. So I appeal, and I am seeking the Inspector General, the Cabinet Secretary of Interior, to enforce law to its maximum. Because this weekend, or the last 2 days, this weekend, Mr. Speaker, on the 20th, that was on Monday, properties in Kisumu was burned, looting took place, we ended up losing millions of shillings in the process, and it wasn't necessary for us to go through that route. Because according to Article 37, Mr. Speaker, and I will read it here, it says, every person has the right to peaceful and armed to assemble, to demonstrate, to picket, and to present petitions to public authorities. Your Honor, this particular article was infringed because it was not peaceful. There was loss of property. Some lives were lost. And as such, with the loss of such, then it was illegal. And as such, the party and the leadership that led the demonstration should be made liable to pay the damages, Mr. Speaker. The party and the leaders who organized and led the demonstration should be liable to take care of it. We lost about 2 billion shillings here in Nairobi because so many businesses were closed. Many people didn't go to their jobs. Mama Mboga, Boda Boda, they stayed in their homes. So they lost so much revenue. And as such, this demonstration Mr. Speaker, has been going on every year when someone loses
What's
an
the
election.
point of order? The MP
Yep.
for... Order. Order. There's a point of order. Yes. Can you give the mic to the Member of Parliament for...
Honorable Chair, I know we shall substantively discuss this at the right time, the issue that has been advanced by my colleague here, but he talks about a particular amount of 2 billion shillings. Can he substantiate by providing data as to who carried out the valuation and arrived at 2 billion shillings as the amount that was lost on Monday, Honorable Speaker? I thank you.
Continue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And as I said, the damages that the country incurred due to illegal demonstration in various parts of this country is in excess. If we were to call all the retailers who closed their businesses for fear of looting, because there were businesses that were looted and they lost millions. But we are talking of about a countrywide where we lost a lot of money. In excess, if we were able to just, it would be more. But my appeal and my request is that the individuals who organized, the individuals who led, which is in this case the leaders of Azimio Party, should be held responsible to pay for the damages. Because if this continues on a weekly basis, Mr. Speaker, it will bring this country to a standstill. And as such, as responsible leaders, then measures has to be put in place to make sure that nobody wakes up one morning just because they lost an election and say, I'm going to go to demonstration. Because if we did an election and for sure we had a winner, democracy may not be the best system, but it is the best that we have. If you compare it to socialism, tyrannism, and many other systems, democracy is the best. And it says, once we've declared a winner, then the rest of the losers have to accept, and we move until the next election. But it has become a pattern that when someone loses an election, the next thing it does is to call a demonstration so that they can either have a portion of the government. So the only option is to have them pay or compensate the losers or the people who are losing their property, their businesses, and even lives. Because what is the government doing? The IG, Inspector General, has been given responsibility to make sure and enforce that there is peace in the country. So that if there is such demonstration that is illegal and also not peaceful, they should be able to enforce law, arrest those people who exactly are doing the demonstration, who are causing mayhem, because if it was peaceful, we could not have lost life. If it was peaceful, they would not be looting. If it was peaceful, people would not be closing their businesses. So I urge the CS of Interior, I urge the PS, the IG to continue to make sure the rest of the Kenyans will continue to enjoy their rights to live in this country and do business in this country. Mr. Speaker, this week there were some investors who were present in the country. When this chaos started and demonstrations started, they decided to get their tickets and go back. And they decided Kenya may not be the best place to invest. And as such, Mr. Speaker, if we continue to lose tourists, if we continue to lose investors, when is this economy going to recover? Why do we allow one individual or a few individuals to continue to cause instability, to continue to cause loss of revenue? And we know the claims that they are saying that we want the servers to be open. The servers are there. You go to the website of IEBC, you'll be able to see. The results that was declared at the polling station are the forms that you will need. There is nothing like a server to be open. So, Mr. Speaker, I wish to continue to urge the government that is in place to instill and make sure the peace is prevailing in this nation. We cannot agree. Every week we are closing businesses. Every week we are not able to do anything in Nairobi, in Eldoret, in Kisumu, just because somebody has declared it is a public holiday. So let's go and demonstrate. As such, I am just requesting that we continue to discuss as we discuss this particular motion, but in real facts, we want the Inspector General, the police all over the country, and I want to commend the police, regardless of all the pressure that they were putting, all the demolition